Hi, my dear friends! As you probably noticed, in the last days I colored a lot of pictures using watercolors as a background, and so I get a lot of questions to show what watercolors I own, what colors I use, and this is my main set. It's a Russian brand, very popular in Ukraine and Russia. It's called White Nights, or sometimes you can find them under the brand Yarka. The manufacturer said that they are professional watercolors, and I think that I own maybe some excessive set. The quantity of colors is about 40 now. For now, I have them here and also here. We are lucky that we can buy them separately in my country, like this. Also, I own a set of Windsor&Newton student grade watercolors, which are Cotmans. It's my travel set with cute little brush. Here my set of 12 Cotmans, my additional White Nights, and here I have Dutch brand Royal Talents, also student grade, and they are called VanGogh. I also have them in tube. And maybe this Royal Talent VanGogh is my preferred colors due to the vibrancy of colors and very natural shades and very transparent colors. Here I have color palettes of all my paints made on the special watercolor paper, White Nights, Cotmans and Royal Talent VanGogh. You can see that all are very bright and very transparent, and the main difference between the school grade watercolors and student grade watercolors, and of course professional grade, is how highly pigmented are student grade and professional grade watercolors, how transparent they are, and how many pigment are used to produce the paint. School grade watercolors may be a little bit chalky, not so transparent when you use them, and of course not so pigmented. The chalky effect may be not so bad when you use your paints only in your coloring book. Sometimes it's even helped to cover all the black lines that you don't like. I think school grade watercolors may be sometimes a mix of watercolors and gouache or tempera paints. But if you want to use your watercolor set after trying it in the coloring book, then to paint something by yourself, to learn how to draw proper watercolor pictures, then you need to think about purchasing at least a student grade set. Here I indicate the name of the pigment from which the paint was produced. It's very important because when you start to mix your watercolors, you have to think about how many pigments is already in your paint. Here you have the olive paint, which is already have 3 pigments, and if you mix it with another color, then your result mix can be a little bit dirty, not so bright and not so transparent. But if you mix some colors, some paints which are just single pigmented, the result will be also transparent and nice. So the more professional watercolors you purchase, the more high is the possibility that all your paints will be single pigmented. You just have to keep it in mind when you prepare mixes for your coloring, that if you have a school grade paints, is that you can't mix a lot of colors in one, and maybe you just have to buy set with more colors. If you have a professional set that you can buy 12 colors or 24 colors and mix all colors that you don't have. But if you have school grade, then you need to buy more colors and not to mix them. Sorry, it was difficult explanation, but I hope that you understood me. So the last thing is brushes. I think brushes is very important for the beginners for watercolor coloring. Here I have my favorite brushes to show you, but honestly I can color the whole picture using just one my favorite brush. It's a Kolinsky brush with very thin tip. I like it, how it keeps its form. I definitely prefer Kolinsky brushes to the traditional squirrel watercolor brushes, because squirrel brushes took a lot of water, and as we work normally on not very professional paper in our books, which can't be compared to the professional watercolor paper, so we can't allow to put a lot of water on the paper, so we can't use the squirrel brushes, and Kolinsky is the best choice. This one is natural Kolinsky, this one is artificial. I love them just the same. And what is important is the nice tip of the brush. And I think that the brush is maybe 80% of the success of your coloring. I hope that I helped you with some of the questions about how to start your watercolor coloring in your books. If I forget something, please drop me a comment. And thank you for watching and for listening. Have a nice day. Bye bye.